Hey guys, Starklezel here, coming at you with a 3v3 match actually, that I played, and it's not too long, but I thought it was such a fun match that I thought I'd cast it. And here on my side we got Switch here, down at the very bottom. As you can see, I was a little bit excited about this game. Also, Dude is on my team, as the Terran. Switch is red Protoss, by the way. Blue Terran over here, bottom left, and on the left side we have myself, which is the Cyan Protoss. And our enemies here is Jax as the purple Zerg, and the green Terran Drew, DROO, and Tekru here as the orange Protoss on the right. And here we decide to go for some pretty standard play, and as you'll see later, I kind of decide to diverge into something. There we go. Might go Phoenix, because I realized I hadn't used Phoenixes in a very, very long time. So I thought I'd use them just to have some fun with this match. And Drew here putting in 9 barracks, as well as Dude, who was on my team. Actually, that is a 10 barracks. And also putting a supply depot here to help the wall off. And the gateway going up here for myself. And something I noticed during this game is Jax, he's getting a spawning pool, by the way. He sends all of his overlords way up here instead of, you know, out around his base. So we could have easily put a proxy pylon right here and really screwed him over. So obviously these weren't the best players we were playing against, no offense to them. And Drew here putting his supply depot again to help the wall off. And Tekru here right away going for a double gateway, not even getting an assimilator yet. And Dude here is getting double barracks as well. And Switch also getting a double gateway. And Jax here finally getting his queen. Or not finally, but just now getting his queen. And he apparently does not know how to use rally points, but that is okay. And myself, I am producing 1 zealot, getting my gas, and building, I believe, a cyber core? If I remember correctly. Yep, a cyber core. And Switch over here doing something. Not sure what he's doing over here. There we go, putting a proxy pylon here by these high yield, just to cut down the travel time between the bases. And Switch also getting his cyber core up now after those 2 gateways. And Dude is just now getting his refinery. And Jax has only 2 Zerglings in production, really, as far as army goes. Seems like he's still kind of learning how to play, especially since his spawning pool's in such a weird spot. Everyone has to go all the way around here just to return the resources. And Drew, he's got a reactor on this barracks and putting up a 2nd barracks. So he's going for what seems to be a heavier marine build. Tekru here getting 4 zealots out and a 5th one in production. And over here, Switch doing a little bit of scouting. And Metabolic Boost as well coming in for Jax. He's got quite a few lings now at this point. And another Overlord again, grouping him up over here. Which, for those of you that don't know, that is not a good idea. And Warp Gate Tech is being researched for myself. And I'm producing, I got 2 Zealots and a Stalker. Dude over here has a bunch of Marines, Zealots. So my side's looking pretty good as far as army. And it appears that Switch is blocking himself in his base, which is interesting. And 2 more gateways in production, as well as the Stargate for those Phoenixes. And Switch putting another probe over here. Not sure why he's doing that. And Drew over here getting combat shield, so it looks like he's going very heavy marine build. Not even getting a barracks yet, just going barracks. Or not getting a factory yet, sorry about that. Just getting all barracks, it looks like. And putting down a 4th barracks. And a Robo Bay for myself, a Robo Facility. And Stargate coming in, or producing that Phoenix there. And Combat Shield is also being researched for Dude, and he's getting a few Marauders in the mix here. Twilight Council and another gateway coming in. And looks like Jax with all these Zerglings are going to regroup with Tekru and Drew to make a push. And Switch did have control of that watchtower. So we did see that coming. So him and Dude are going to regroup right here. And I guess pray that they can hold this off. Tekru a little bit confused about what he's doing. And those Zerglings wisely back off. And looks like Allsjax is also getting a Spire now. And looks like Switch needs to back up a little bit so Dude can get in on the action. And me being the awesome teammate I am late to the party with my small army here. Because I was trying to rush the Phoenixes. And it looks like we're going to successfully push back this Marine attack here. And 2 Phoenixes are out for me. And I also have a Warp Prism in production. And this Twilight Council has not researched anything yet. Just needs to be switching to a Warp Gate there. And 3 Phoenixes here. And this Warp Prism is carrying a probe. Looks like I'm headed to expand over here at the high yield. And Drew is going to wisely back up into his base. It appears that Tekru is done for. Allsjack's sending over reinforcements. These few lings that he has. And they just get demolished. And it looks like he's trying to warp in some more gateways. He does not have warp gate tech yet. That would probably be most of his problem. And Drew over here preventing a lot of Allsjack's Zerglings actually from coming up. But a lot of these Marines are not going down actually. They're doing pretty good. Bit of a surprise there. And while we're over here counter-attacking, I am trying to set up my base here at the high yield with this Warp Prism. And my Phoenixes are over here getting stuff done. Killed off that Queen, killing off a bunch of drones. And Switch is going to send over some more Stalkers. The dude just backed himself up into a corner. And I am falling behind on my macro, while also getting air armor level 1. And looks like Allsjack's, to deal with the Mutalisk, or to deal with these Phoenixes, are getting some Mutalisk here. And looks like one Overlord going to go down. And let's see if these Mutalisks can do any damage. Now note that these Phoenixes do 10 damage versus light, and these guys only do 9. 10 damage with 2 attacks, so I believe that's 20 to light units, which is pretty major. Switch here drawing a lot of Drew's forces back up into his base once again. And looks like we're going to go up here and finish off Tekru. And more Overlords going down. So Allsjack's is at 10 out of 10 supply. And looks like Allsjack's is done for. He can only produce Overlords at this point. And my base is up now, up here at the high yield. And looks like I'm getting a forge and air weapons level 1 too. And it looks like Dude and Switch, while I'm over here finishing off Tekru, are gonna move up and finish off the Zerg player over here as well. And this Phoenix here is 6 kills, 4, 7. Phoenixes have quite the kills over here. And it appears that Allsjack's is done for. And Drew, I guess he is just trying to play very defensively because it's essentially 3-on-1 now. And Allsjack's leads the game. I believe Tekru was still in the game at this point though. And there's the last of Allsjack's buildings / forces. And looks like Switch and Dude over here are gonna regroup outside the Terran base, and he is getting some bunkers, turtling pretty hard. And at the same time I'm moving in, sniping off a mule there. Using all these Phoenixes, using the Graviton Beam. Pick up all these SCVs. And looks like somehow a couple of units popped out of there for Drew. Got picked off. And Tekru's base is completely done. And dude guarding this area over here, switch guarding here. And I'm gonna pick up the slack, and not that there's much. They pretty much have the ground army covered. It's like all these stalkers are gonna pick up that supply depot pretty easily. And Drew is playing way, way too defensively. Needs to get some tanks on the field. Although I believe he only has barracks. Not a single factory. And these Marines are actually doing some pretty good work against these forces. And I'm getting ground weapons level 1. And there's that warp prism there. There we go. Dude's got some tanks now. And looks like he's going to siege up right here and use this medevac for vision. Good play there by Dude. And a lot of Drew's forces are getting out of position here. Marine getting picked off. A couple of Marines, I believe. And it looks like these Marines are going to try to push out. But especially with this tank here, that is just not a good idea. And then switches Stalkers getting in, and Drew leaves the game. No GG or anything. Well guys, thanks for watching. That was my, I guess, Phoenix domination here on... You know what, I'm not even sure what the map name is on this, which I apologize for. But thanks for watching my 3v3 multiplayer game. Star Crizzle signing out.